So today we're down with Sea2it, based in Coleraine Marina in the Causeway Coast and Glens area, and we were absolutely delighted to support them with funding an additional rib boat for the amazing work that they're doing in this area. So they invited us down for the launch of their brand new rib, and a team of us were able to go out and see for ourselves just the sheer scale of the litter and the issues of water pollution in this area. So our team were out for not even a couple of hours, and they've brought back at least a dozen or more bin bags of rubbish, and the impact, and that's just a drop in the ocean, literally. The impact is huge on wildlife, on the quality of the marine life in the area, for tourism purposes. So there is a real problem that needs addressed in this area, and Sea2it are directly addressing that problem. And we were delighted to be able to kind of see firsthand the amazing work they're doing in their local community here, and also hopefully support them in the future with ongoing development of the volunteer engagement that they're doing here.
So Sea2it is a non-for-profit. It's a registered social enterprise. So we take groups out on the River Bann here and around the north coast to try and address some of the litter that we have in our freshwater and marine environments. So we would get groups of volunteers together, and we would target volunteers, and people would come to us, groups would come to us as well, youth groups, and we would take them out on the boats that we have here. So we take them to areas of the river that are inaccessible to the general public normally. So it's not just places you can drive up to or walk to do a litter pick. So we started off with equipment that had been donated to us, and we kind of went through a period of reusing and refurbishing bits and pieces, and then we were really lucky, really fortunate to get support through Keeping Our Learning Beautiful, and the support through the Deera's Marine Capital Fund to buy a larger rib that allows us to take groups out and sort of expand our range as well, and the resilience of the organisation. So our capacity to take groups out has doubled, and the area of river and coastline that we can cover has increased as well. So for example, we're going to go around to Glenarm now and participate in the big spring clean with Live Here, Love Here, which is something that we couldn't have done this time last year.
And I take it there's room for more growth and more scaling up?
There is. We've had a group out here in the river today, and I don't think anyone would disagree that the problem here is astronomical. We even just in this immediate area here, we have about 12 miles of coastline. If you take both banks of the river from the cuts down to the bar mouth, and you could be at it every day of the week. It's important for the wildlife. So some of the group out here today, I've already seen seals, whooper swans, seen a kingfisher there just a couple of minutes ago up through the reed beds. So all of that wildlife, there's danger of entrapment in the plastics and material that are along the riverbank. It's also important just for the aesthetics of the area. So obviously the river band's important for tourism, for local people who own boats and enjoy the river. So it's important to keep it clean for those people as well, to enjoy and try and develop a bit of an industry in there in terms of outdoor recreation.
Find a lot of stuff here. It could be some from agriculture, some from industry. Most of it's domestic, or
when you say
just
that, like
littering. You know, it's like single-use plastic. It's bottles, empty bottles, Coke tins. You know, that type of thing.
Plastic
Cigarette,
bags.
yeah. Big rise in vapes. Disposable coffee cups, the lids for them. Thing just once it's in the system here, can't get out. Poor old river has no way of getting rid of it.
How long would they lie there? I mean, do they decompose or just lie there forever?
We found a liquid bottle best before date to 1984 here in this river. Like, so like it's generational stuff, so it is.
So we're absolutely delighted to have been able to support Sea2it in carrying out their amazing work. They've been doing this for years, and it just means everything that we have been able to get behind this with the support of the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development to support them in delivering that work and scaling that work up. And they're also going to be able to get engaged in wider Live Here, Love Here activities such as the big spring clean. So the next one on the list is Glenarm. They're going to be taking their brand new rib down to Glenarm, and they're going to get volunteers out, and they're going to get the litter pickers out to areas that we can't reach. And they've also tied in with Adopt a Spot as well. So we're just delighted to be able to support the work that's happening here on the ground by invaluable groups like Sea2it.